All right, so my name is Abdul Qadir Jrab, and I'll be your facilitator for today. For the ones who joined us last week, because I know that we have some new attendees this week. I'm sure you remember me from last Wednesday. So welcome again to BizWord. This is our third week in this exciting journey. So today is going to be, I think it's going to be super exciting for everyone because we will be practicing. So there are some people who are saying they're not able to hear me. So I think Muhammad, the most probably the issue is from your end, because I think everyone can hear me well. So maybe you can double check your speaker on your laptop. All right, guys. So again, today is going to be a very exciting session because you guys will be practicing and working all together in the breakout rooms, in the breakout sessions. So all of the assigned groups will be working together on different things, which I'm going to share later on with you. And before we even start, just always remember that the winners from this competition will have a trip, will go to Silicon Valley, right? So always keep this in mind as a goal, as something that you want to reach out to, so that you can really make the best out of it. All right. So, and remember that this program is an initiative by the Ministry of Economy, and which a lot of people really work together hard to bring this alive. All right, so I'm sure you already have the schedule for the whole program, but I'm not going to share with you this right now because I think we had some changes on the main calendar, but I'm going to share in the next few slides what are we covering for today. All right, so before we even start, as I told you before, we have some new attendees, some additional students that have joined our program. So welcome to the program again. So before we start, make sure to always attend all our sessions. So the attendance is required. Teams that are not going to be involved or not going to be responsive or won't attend all of the sessions, unfortunately, they will be disqualified from the competition. So make sure to attend all the sessions. All right, guys? During the breakout rooms, make sure to have your cameras on because that's gonna, it's more of, the objective is to make this competition or this program engaging with everyone, right? So of course, it would have been even nicer maybe to have it as an in-person event. But even if we're doing it online, so we can always engage with each other, talk to each other. So is it mandatory? Yes, it is mandatory for all members to attend. And when some people won't attend, so unfortunately you will be disqualified from the competition again. All right. So yeah, each group will assign a person that's going to start a PowerPoint online, which could be a Google slide, a Google Doc. And all of you guys will be collaborating on this Google document so that you can add your input and you can add the main slides that you will decide on which part to take on. And we will be talking about this in few. All right. So, and another thing as well, make sure to create a WhatsApp group within your groups. This way you will be able to communicate with each other's easier and faster, of course. All right. And always make sure to really have fun as much as possible and make the best out of this opportunity. It's really an amazing opportunity that you guys are here with us and working on this project with, again, the opportunity to have a trip to Silicon Valley. So today, what we will be covering, we will be talking, or you guys will be working on your idea. So you will decide on what is the main idea and you'll finalize it within the different groups that we will put you through. Developing the pitch, the elevator pitch, which we will explain later on what is this, right? And you will start working on your BMC, your business model canvas. And finally, we're going to talk more about the investor presentation, the investor pitch that you will have to build and that you will have to work on so that you can present it to investors that might be interested in your idea to really make it happen, to make this idea a real case scenario and something that all of us can actually see and all of us can actually get some hands on. All right. All right, so let me go through a quick reminder on what we covered last week, especially for the new joiners and for everyone else, of course. So let me talk a bit about the job roles. So remember, guys, last week we spoke about the different positions that we usually have at a company. So we usually have like the CEO, which is most of the time like the decision maker, the person that makes sure that everyone is coordinating with each others. And then we have the vice president of finance. This is the, let's say, the person who have the mathematical skills, who like numbers, who like calculating how much should we pay here, how much should we invest over here, etc., etc. The vice president of design, this is the creative person who likes to draw things, who likes to do some designs on different tools and a lot of other things. Vice president of manufacturer. So let's say today your idea is about developing something to create something. This is the person that's going to be handling the, let's say, the main work. So he will be building maybe your idea. All right. The vice president of marketing, this is the person that wants to advertise for your idea. This is the person within your group that's going to be this this guy or girl who wants to really like spread the word about your idea, about this innovation, about this solution that you're trying to come up with. So he might be, let's say he might start, let's say, posting on Facebook or on Instagram to talk about your idea, to tell his friends, to tell the whole world about it. All right. And finally, you have the vice president of sales. This is the person who's going to be responsible of growing your sales, of selling more of this service or this product or the idea in general. All right. So these are in general, and just a quick recap on the different positions. Now the objective, once we go into the breakout rooms, the objective is that you guys coordinate and talk to each others so that each one of you can be assigned, and you will assign yourself to every single or to one of those positions, right? So you'll have to just discuss with each others to see where do you fit. So if you are someone who's creative, maybe you want to be the vice president of design. If you are someone, if you're talkative and you like to talk a lot about this idea, maybe you should be in marketing, right? So it all depends on your skills, your personal skills. And based on that, you'll just discuss it with the team and decide on what is your role. Just to tell you one thing, because sometimes you might notice, so can we have more than one position? Thank you very much, Envy, for the question. So yes, absolutely. So sometimes a lot of people can actually have different positions, and this will depend on the group, right? It will depend on the group you're in, because sometimes you might not find, or you might not be in a group that has let's say 6 members, right? You might be 4, you might be 5, you might be even sometimes even more. So it depends. But let me tell you about some of the roles that you can sometimes combine. So the sales and marketing can go together sometimes, all right? So the same person that's handling the sales, he can do the marketing. Design and manufacturing can go hand in hand together as well. So someone that's into building stuff, he is someone sometimes creative, and he likes to design as well. He likes to draw things. He likes to do he wants to create the logo of this idea. He wants to create like how this product is going to look like. All right. So these are the different let's say positions that you can always combine. So all right. So again, another reminder about the business model canvas. So the business model canvas is the simplest way for you to present your idea, to present your thoughts. And usually I mean, you can do it on one page. You can do it on one sheet. That's going to be, I mean, where you're going to have like different bullet points that talks about different topics. And we're going to revise what are those topics that are included in your business model canvas. So again, always think of this business model canvas as this one document that's going to say everything about your business, so that if anyone would take this business model canvas, so they're going to understand what you're talking about. They're going to understand what you're talking about because it's going to include all of these things. It's going to include the channels. Where are you going to talk about your business idea? It's going to include the partners. It's going to include you as team members, so that they would understand who are these team members? Who are these people that are working on this project? It's going to include your resources. So what do you need in order to do this project, in order to build this product, or to have this mobile app, or to have this, let's say, service that you want to offer to people? It's going to include your value proposition. So what are you bringing as values for people, right? So what are you offering in terms of values? What are you here to do? All right. Customer relationships, it's going to talk more as well about what types of relationships do you want to have with your customers. So this is where you can just write, let's say, like few sentences that's going to talk about the relationship that you're thinking about with your customers. Do you want to have like it depends on the product sometimes. So most of the time, let's say, again, let's think of Apple. When it comes to Apple, of course, they're always thinking about the long term, right? Because every year they release new phones, they release new watches, they release new gadgets and products. And in a way, they're trying to build a very, very, very long-term relationship with their clients, because they want them every year to renew their iPhone, to renew their mobile, their smart watches, and everything in between, right? So that's when it comes to this. Customer segments, this is where you have to create and write on a piece of paper who are your customers, who is your target audience, who are those people that you want to grab their attention and that you want to sell them your idea, whether you're selling a service or a product or anything in between, all right? Cost structure, this is where you're gonna put how much it will cost you to actually build this idea, right? So let's say, for example, if you want to build, for example, a phone, all right? So let's say you want to build a phone right now because you want to include in it something that you're not seeing out there, and maybe you have created something innovative. So you have to put on a piece of paper what are the things that's going to cost you to build this phone, right? So of course you need to buy a screen, you need to buy the chassis for this phone, you need to buy a software that's going to be included inside that phone, and you need to find a developer that's going to build this program, this software that's inside your phone, exactly just like Android or the iOS, right? So I'm just giving you like a random example right now, but every single thing of these is going to cost you money. So you have to write on a piece of paper, where will you spend your money? And eventually you have to write down your revenue stream. What is your revenue stream? Your revenue stream is how will you make money, right? So will you make money out of a subscription, maybe because you're selling a service online? Will you build your revenue stream because you're going to be selling a specific or a physical product? It all depends on the product and the idea and what you have in mind, all right? But again, this is like a very quick recap on the business model canvas. That's going to be, it should be your best friend, right? So this sheet should really be your best friend, and you need to really fill it with the whole team, okay? All right, so I'm going to share with you a template for the business model Canva. Let me share with you this link, and directly you'll be able to download it the second you open this link. I'm just going to share it in the chat, guys, so everyone will have access to it. All right, so I just shared it in the chat. So by the way, everyone can hear me, right? Because I can still see some messages for people who cannot hear me. And I'm sure it must be, okay, yeah, thank you very much. I'm sure it must be from your own, from your own maybe laptops or speakers, unfortunately. All right. All right, so now we're gonna start, guys, with the breakout rooms. So we're gonna start, we're gonna take 10 minutes at the beginning, and then we're gonna have another 5 minutes, and I'll tell you what we will do during those 15 minutes. The first thing we have to do is confirming the job role. So you just wanna like discuss with your team, what are the different job roles that you're gonna have, that you should have for this idea, for this company, for this project, all right? And then you'll have to confirm the idea. So I'm sure that each one of you guys already have a specific idea in mind. So you'll have to share it with each others, all right? And then you'll have to finalize and decide on one idea that, of course, everyone should agree on and that you're convinced of. And I just want to tell you one thing, never work on something that you're not convinced of, all right? So make sure that all of you guys at least can convince each others about this idea, because trust me, when you believe in your idea, you should go somewhere really with this idea. You should win with this idea when you really believe in it and you want to really make it happen, all right? After we finish working on confirming what are the specific job roles that we need for our project, and then confirming the idea and the business that or the project that we want to work on, this is where you're gonna have to share the job roles. So once you find out what are the things that you need for your project, you have to assign the different job roles for each and every one of you guys. All right. So let's take 15 minutes now. I'm just gonna create the breakout sessions. So all of you guys will be split into different groups. And then this is where you're gonna have to start communicating with each others to, again, let me just do a quick recap, to confirm what are the different job roles that you need. That's one. Second, and why I'm saying that, because sometimes you might notice that for some ideas, you might not need everything, right? So you just have to make sure that, oh yes, we need a designer. Yes, we need someone to maybe, I don't know, we need a VP of manufacturing, right? Because we are going to build something. So you have to just decide what are the different job roles that you need, share your ideas with each others, decide on what is the main idea that you want to start with, and finally assign the different job roles for all of you guys. All right. So again, I'm just going to create or split you guys into the different breakout rooms. And then after 15 minutes, we're just going to come back here. I'm just going to close the breakout rooms after 15 minutes, and we'll come back here again to continue with our presentation, so that we're going to have later on another breakout room to work on other things. Okay, guys? All right. All right. So, all right. So each one of you guys will have a notification on their screen to join their specific breakout rooms. Okay? All right. See you in 15 minutes, guys. So how did you find this exercise, guys? Were you able to decide on the team members? How was it? Can you just share your feedback in the chat? All right. Great. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I hope that you guys decided on what is the, yeah, so it's much needed, of course. So I hope you guys were able to decide on the business idea, because again, this is the most important thing. You have to start with one thing and then you start building the rest of the blocks, right? So having the idea, having the different job roles, and then assigning them to each and every one of you guys. So we took a bit of more time from this exercise, and that was on purpose, because I wanted you to have the time to work on this a very important part. All right. So now let's talk about some other things that you guys need to be working on. So mainly we have two pitch that we have to prepare. The first one, which is the elevator pitch, and I'm going to explain now what it is. And then you have the investor's pitch. All right. So I'll explain both of these ideas, and then we're going to go back to the breakout rooms, because you have to start working on your elevator pitch. All right. So the elevator pitch is, so let me just explain it in few words. So usually it's your 30 to 40 second pitch that, or like the description about your idea that you have to share within 30 to 40 seconds, and that's it, or 30 to 45 seconds. All right. So think of it this way. Think of that you are on a stage, right? And there's a crowd in front of you, and you want to reach or you want to spread your message and you want to spread your idea only in 30 seconds to this group of people, right? So you want from them to understand what you do only in 30 seconds. Okay, so imagine me like introducing myself right now, and I'm telling you, and I'm just doing like an elevator pitch, and I'm telling you what can I help you with. So I'm just gonna do like a quick demo in front of you guys. All right. Hello everyone, my name is Abdulkader Shrab, and today I'm here to tell you about the different services that I can provide to you that's going to help you grow and boost your business. All right. So imagine it this way. So I just told you in few simple words, what can I do and why and how can I help you? I can help you grow and boost your business. And of course, this is like a very quick introduction, but then after this, what should come is how can I actually help your business, right? So I have to add 10 to 15 or 20 more seconds to this pitch just to tell you how can I grow your business. So again, let me start with introducing myself. Hello everyone, my name is Abdulkader Shrab. Today I'm here to tell you about the different services that I have that's going to help you grow your business. So how can I do that? I can help you get more clients from Instagram and Facebook. And more than that, if you have an e-commerce store, this is where I can build amazing marketing campaigns for you and build an amazing marketing strategy that's going to help you again grow your business. So in only 20 to 25 seconds, guys, I was able to tell you who am I and what are my capabilities, how will I be able to help you on which different channels, for example, right? And that's exactly the same thing that you need to be thinking about when you are presenting your idea. So imagine that you right now are presenting your idea for this whole group, right? So you want to tell us who you are, first of all, what is the problem that you're trying to fix, right? So what is your idea about? So first of all, what is your idea about? And then what is the problem that you're trying to fix? But of course, it has to be in a convincing way, all right? So now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the breakout rooms, and you guys will be working on the elevator pitch. So again, remember, it's a short 30 to 45-second description of what your idea is about. So it will help people understand what are you talking about in a very quick way. All right. So that doesn't mean you have to say everything within those 30 to 45 seconds, because I've seen it a lot. A lot of people sometimes try to like just put everything under 1 minute just to talk about their idea. And this is where it becomes a bit confusing for people, right? They don't want to hear everything from you right now. You just have to tell them something that's going to bring their attention so that they want to hear more from you. All right. So again, it's not meant to say everything. It's meant to give people enough for them to want to ask you more. All right. So during the final exhibition, the elevator pitch is going to be what attracts people. Okay. So you're going to drive their attention, and then you're going to present the whole pitch at a later stage. But first of all, it's going to start with the elevator pitch. All right. So it's as if quickly introducing yourself and what are you here to tell them about? What is your main idea? All right. Okay. So yeah, so why do we need an elevator pitch? So before we go back into the breakout rooms, let me just like elaborate a bit more. So of course, because our idea needs to be specific and it has to be clear. So we need a clear way and a very specific way to deliver this idea. And usually this is done with the elevator pitch. It's you pitching your idea to other people. So usually you need to highlight the key benefits that you can get out of this business or out of this service or this idea. It has to have a unique selling proposition. So what is a unique selling proposition? Let me give you some examples. One of the unique selling propositions of Apple is their camera, right? So the camera that they have is the unique selling proposition that they're trying to sell us the phone with. All right. So they're trying to focus. So the unique selling proposition is what you're trying to focus on a lot so that people are convinced with your idea. So of course, the iPhone has a lot of other benefits, but how Apple are trying to establish or position their brand or this product is by telling us all the time about that they have the #1 or the best camera in the world, right? This is their unique selling proposition. And it's exactly what you have to do, guys. So whatever is your business, you have to show us what is the unique selling proposition? What are you trying to highlight the most and focus on? So you need to show us the value, all right? So, and finally, you need to tell people how can they get it, all right? And where can they find you? So you have to tell them this. And what is your call to action? So what is the call to action is, what are you asking people to do? So again, to go back to my example, when I was introducing myself, I just told you that my name is Abdelkader Jrab and I can help you grow your business. How can I do that? By helping you sell more on Instagram and on Facebook and on your online store as well. So I will create for you amazing marketing campaigns and strategies. To reach out to me, you can click on the link below or swipe up your page. So over here, what I did is I added my call to action. I just told you, how can you reach out to me? How can you find me? You can click on the link below or you can swipe up the page so that you can contact me directly. So that's me telling you how people can find me, how can people reach out to me, all right? So that's just an example, because you have to work on the elevator pitch. All right, so now we're gonna take 10 minutes, guys, all right? So we're just gonna take, let's take 15 minutes because I want you guys to practice even more. So let's take a 15-minute, discuss the elevator pitch all together in the groups as well, all right? And then each and every one of you should work on their individual pitch, because you have to work on an individual pitch, and then finally you will present all together among each others, so that you can decide which one is the best, is the most convincing. And usually what you can do is you can practice with your parents, you can practice with your friends, and you can see their reaction, you can see their behavior. So will they be convinced of your idea? If not, then that's not the perfect elevator pitch, all right? So again, let's discuss a bit the elevator pitch with each others, and then after that, try to practice and try to write down at least what are the main things that you want to talk about. And then later on next week, which we're going to talk about next, you'll have to keep on practicing on this elevator pitch. Okay, guys? Do you have any questions before we go to the breakout rooms again? So I was actually, all right. So for issues related to the breakout rooms, I'm sure that the team is solving everything now. If you want to ask me something, you can ask me about the elevator pitch, because this is where I can actually help you out, guys. All right. So I'm sure some of you are facing some issues regarding the groups, but I'm 100% sure that the team is trying to fix everything. Okay, but if you guys have any question related to the elevator pitch, now is the perfect time to ask me.
Sir?
Yeah.
Could you explain more about this elevator pitch, like examples?
Absolutely. So let's say right now I have a product, right? I have something in front of me that I want to sell you. Okay. So the elevator pitch is me talking about this product in 30 seconds so that I can actually convince you about this product. So let me take this stress ball right now. All right. And let's say I want to sell you this stress ball. So the elevator pitch, it means that I have to talk about this stress ball under 40 or 50 seconds so that I can sell you this product. So I might start by, first of all, introducing myself. So hello, everyone. My name is Abdelkader Jrab, and today I'm here to talk to you about the amazing stress ball. All right, so that's as a start. So now I have introduced what I have as an idea and who am I? Who am I here standing on this stage just to talk to you guys? And then after that, what I have to do is I have to talk only within like 10 to 15 seconds about the benefits of having a stress ball. All right, I might start by asking a question. So let's say it could be something like, let's say, are you having, let's say, problems and troubles and issues at work? Are you having problems not focusing when you're looking at a screen? Do you feel sometimes nervous when you talk to other people, etc., etc., etc.? So you can keep on adding such kind of questions, and now I can present for you the solution. So today I have this amazing stress ball. If you try it, you're going to notice that you're going to be relaxed. All right, so maybe I'm just like giving you a very basic and a very simple example. It can be applicable to anything else in the word, but right now this is the only thing that I have in front of me, guys. All right, so again, it's just an example. It could work on just anything. Again, I'm just trying to tell you whatever you have, you need to convince me about this product or service in 30 to 40 seconds. That's it. Okay, guys? All right,
Thank you,
amazing.
sir.
You're most welcome. All right, I'm just going to create the breakout rooms again, guys. All right, and each one of you is going to have like a pop-up on their screen so that you can join again the breakout rooms. And let's discuss the elevator pitch. And then each and every one of you is going to take like 5 additional minutes just to start with their own elevator pitch. Okay. All right, I'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello again, everyone. So welcome back to this to our main room. All right. So I hope you guys started practicing a little bit on your elevator pitch, but you're gonna have a full week to do that. All right. So we're gonna talk a bit in the final slides on what are you supposed to work on during this upcoming week. So before we do that, let me just explain to you a bit about the investor pitch. All right. So remember we said that we're going to be having 2 pitch, all right? One, which is the elevator pitch. This is the pitch that's going to be, that's going to be like only 30 to 45-second introduction about your main idea. And then you're going to have another pitch, which is a presentation that's going to be 10 to 12 slides, which we call the investor pitch. This is where you're going to present your idea to investors that are willing to actually invest and put money in your idea so that they make it happen. All right. So what does this template or investor pitch include? So first of all, it's going to include your vision. What is your vision for your business? Where do you see it going? What is the value proposition that you're offering? Remember, we spoke about the value proposition. What are the different benefits that you are bringing to the table with your idea? What is the problem that you're trying to solve? All right. What's the target market? So where do you want to present this idea? So where do you want to launch it? Do you want to launch it in Dubai, in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, in your home country, maybe? All right. So it depends, of course, on. So you'll have to mention what is your target market? What is the solution? And of course, we spoke about the problem at the beginning. What's the problem you're trying to solve? And then finally, like after a few slides, this is where you start talking about the solution. What do you have over here? What's the product? What's the service? What is your main idea? Revenue model, this is where you have to talk more about how will you make money? So what is your revenue streams? From where are you planning to start generating money? Maybe you have a mobile app. Maybe you want to develop an app. And of course, in such a case, the revenue model that you have is based on a subscription, maybe. All right. Or maybe you have a physical product that you want to sell. So it's going to depend and differ from an idea to another. Research and validation. So you'll have to do some research to validate maybe some numbers that you are presenting in your presentation. So let's say you're saying that in Dubai there are 3 million people and etc. etc. So you have to tell people in your presentation from where you got this number. All right. So based on the research that you're doing, so you have to validate those numbers. You have to put the resources. Marketing and your sales strategy. So you have to mention within one of those slides in your presentation, how are you going to launch your product or your idea? How are you going to tell the world about your idea? It could be social media, it could be having a website, it could be doing some advertising here and there. Maybe you want to have a billboard on Sheikh Zayed's Road. So you have to mention in details what are those things. Team members, so of course, one slide which going to be inside your presentation that's going to talk more about who are the team members. All right. Financial overview. This is where you have to mention about your cost, how much money do you need, Where are you going to spend that money, and all those things. Competition in the market. So part of your research, you have to mention if you have any competition. And if you have seen some other, let's say, businesses or some other groups that have worked on this, and you can actually mention them and maybe say what they are doing and what are you going to do even better. All right. Investment required. So finally, you have to mention how much money do you need so that your idea comes to life. All right. So what are the funds that you will be using, and where, of course. Okay. And I'm going to share with you a good resource that's going to help you, that's going to show you this template, that's going to show you an example of an investor pitch template. All right, so I just shared the link in the chat. All right, so yes, for people who are asking this, now we're talking about the final pitch, the final presentation, which we call the investor pitch. And again, it's going to be 10 to 12 slides. All right, so during this week now, what you guys have to do is, first of all, you have to practice on your elevator pitch. All right, so keep on practicing. Like I told you before, keep on practicing, ask friends, ask your parents, try to do some rehearsal of your elevator pitch, and make sure that it doesn't, it's not more than 40 to 45 seconds, because always remember that you have to present your idea in a very smooth and in a very easy way and a very simple way, so that people can actually be interested of what you have to say. All right, so start working on your investor pitch. So that's another task that's another homework that we have for the upcoming week. And always go back and take your BMC as a reference. All right, so your business model canvas will be the foundation and will be the reference that you're going to be using in your investor pitch, because most of the modules and most of the topics that we have covered inside the business model canvas will be available as well in your investor pitch. All right, so try to divide the task among the team members so that you can finish faster, of course. And this is where you might want to create this Google slide, this Google document online. So as I said at the beginning, so let someone volunteer to create this Google document from the team, and then they give access to everyone in the team. So, and then you can decide and always talk to each other on WhatsApp. So make sure to have this WhatsApp group, and then you can decide each group member what part do they want to work on. Okay. And of course, make sure to do a lot of research, because whatever idea that you have, the more research you do, the more you can develop it, the more ideas that can come into your mind, so that you can put them in this presentation. All right. So do some research about your competitors, about who might be your customers, who might actually be your customer, who might buy from you this product or this service. All right. And you can always ask people around. You can ask your teachers, you can ask your parents, you can ask your brothers, your sisters, your friends, just to validate if this idea can really come into life. All right. So yeah, so that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, so I think this is the perfect time for questions. If you have some questions regarding the elevator pitch or the investor pitch, so I'm ready to help you out, guys. All right, so and a very interesting comment from Helen. So yes, you can use anything, guys. So you can use Canva, you can use Prezi, you can use Google, you can use just any tool out there to start with your presentation. So the platform does not really matter. If you're comfortable using Canva, you can do that. Google Slides or Google Docs, you can always do that, as long as you have the right information inside of it and what's actually needed. So go back to this reference that I shared, the link that I shared, because this is a very good template or a reference that you can go back to. Okay. So there was no one. Yeah. So for people who didn't have anyone in their breakout rooms, I'm sure the team will be fixing this issue maybe moving forward. All right. So we'll make sure to just to contact people who didn't show up, and the mentors will be working on that as well, just so that we can fix this moving forward. All right. Can you tell me more about the BMC? Of course, Yasmin. So let me just go back to the slides of the BMC, the business model canvas. So this is, again, I mean, just to explain to do a quick recap on what is the BMC. So it's a very simple way for you to present your business and to talk about the different, let's say, the different modules of your business. What are those different modules and bullet points that you need to present for a business? So for any business, you need to have partners, right? So this is where you can actually mention who are your key partners. For any business, you need to have you need to talk about what are you doing? What are the activities that your business will be doing? You need to talk about your resources. What are your key resources? So what do you need to develop this business? Do you need some raw materials, or do you need someone that is a developer, a programmer, just to develop this platform or this mobile application that you have in mind? Of course, it's going to depend on the business. Value proposition, this is where you need to talk more about the value of your business. What are the different benefits that you are going to bring in to the world, to your customers, all right? Customer relationships, so you have to just to define what is this relationship that you are looking after. What is your business model? Do you have a subscription, or you're just going to sell people one time this product, or you're thinking more of a long-term relationship, all right? Channels are the different channels where you are going to sell your product and advertise your product. So where are you going to talk about this product, and where are you going to have it available? So will people find it at Spinis, for example? Will they find it at Sharaf DG? Or will you have an online store to sell this product, right? So you need to think of all these different channels. Customer segments are your target audience. So this is where you have to define who are going to who's going to buy your product, all right? And finally, you have to talk more about your cost structure. So how much money do you need, and where will you spend this money? Will you spend this money buying some raw materials, or you need, let's say, again, a developer who's going to develop this app? Will you need money to advertise this business? Because maybe if you want to put some ads on Instagram or on Facebook, so you would need some money to invest, right? And finally, you have to talk about your revenue stream. So these are the different areas from where you're going to get money. So because a lot of businesses can make money from different places, and it depends on the business itself. So sometimes if you are selling a phone, for example, a smartphone, you can make money from the phone itself. You can make money from the accessories that you wanna sell that goes back to this phone. So you might start selling some earphones. You might start selling some covers, mobile covers, right? So it depends again on the business. If you have, let's say, an online store, maybe you want to start selling some courses. Maybe this is your product. Maybe you want to start an academy online and you want to start selling some courses and memberships. And these are different ideas and different revenue streams, okay? And again, let me just share one last time the link for the business model canvas for people who were not able to download it before. So that's the template again. So you can just click on the link and have this template that I'm showing you on your laptop. And one last time, you can just create it the way you want. Maybe you want to design it on Canva, or you want to do it on Google Docs. So it's all up to you guys. All right, perfect. And yes, like Helen said, when you are structuring your cost or your revenue stream, it doesn't matter the currency that you are using. You can use USD or you can use dirhams as well. So it's completely fine. Okay. No worries, Yasmin. You're most welcome. All right, guys. So does anyone else have any questions? Now is the perfect time for that. Yes, Ahmed. So they are at fixed rates. All right. So I mean, both of them are fixed currencies and I mean equivalent to each other's. All right. All right. Perfect. So
I'd also like to add just very quickly, Habib, before we Before we continue, just a few points. First of all, we will be sending out an email to all students and volunteers with a quick survey that you need to respond to. But there's also going to be a form that's a code of conduct that will be sent to all students to also please sign. Another point I wanted to make is that there will be a Q&A session for students that still have questions or need clarifications. We will send out an email about that. And there will be a volunteer session that we will have on Monday for a check-in if anyone needs any support from us with their work as well. So that will be on Monday. We'll send out an email. Regarding the final exhibition, we still don't know. It might be virtual because we're waiting for KHDA and all the authorities to approve that we can have it in person. If we can have it in person, it will be in Dubai. If we cannot have it in person, then it will be a virtual submission with a final with just the finalist teams that will be pitching. We will get back to you with more information about those when we have more clarity and we have a confirmation from the authorities regarding those things. So I hope that clarifies some questions. And if anyone has, any of the students have any questions, we will have a Q&A session tomorrow. And if any volunteers need some support, we will have a session for you guys on Monday. All right? Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Helen. So hopefully Helen really answered all of your queries, guys. So thank you again for today's session, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it. So I'll be seeing you very soon, and best of luck, guys. All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon. Bye, guys.